I look at analytics through the lens of what content of mine is best resonating with my audience, both to give them more, and I also look at what isn't, or what's resonating with other audiences to obviously grow mine. The more audience I have, the more money I make, quite candidly, and the more reach I have, and with reach comes influence, and I believe I'm getting out the right message. I want to beat the left. I'm honest about who I am, so the more bodies I have listening to me, the more effectively I can do that. Look, I would love 80%. I'm speaking to an echo chamber, right? I'd love to convert 300 million liberals to conservatism. So not only read them, but read them, believe them, and come over to my side. We have to counter what the left-wing media is doing, and I think that if we don't, we're going to be living in an echo chamber. And so the president's done some great things. Look, and I haven't always been a cheerleader. When Trump picked people, I never liked Reince Priebus as chief of staff. I was very vocal about that. There have been many appointees, many picks, some decisions he made. I wasn't a fan of raising the age on gun purchases. I didn't like where Trump went with grabbing guns without due process. So when criticism was warranted, I've given it, but he's also done some great things. The left-wing media is 98% negative. I was sitting at an airport not long ago, coming back from CPAC in D.C. CNN was on, and there wasn't one. I was there for an hour and a half at the bar. I got there early. There wasn't one positive story about Trump or the administration. And so it's incumbent upon us on the right with a voice. We have to get the other side of the story in. When the president's doing well, you have to say he's doing well. I think it's also my responsibility as a media figure that people trust. When I don't agree with the president on putting grabbing of guns before due process, for me to explain to people, hey, look, as a former law enforcement officer, this is why I find that very dangerous. As a guy who covers the campaign, the administration and the campaign, I've come to learn that maybe Reince Priebus was leaking, and he was a terrible pick, and it was a deal with the establishment that never should have been. So for me, it's really truth dissemination. And look, I'm not sitting here trying to be holier than thou. I just think it's that we really don't have objective media anymore. Everybody has a bias. Everybody has a bias. We know that ABC, CBS, NBC lean left, CNN leans left. We know that I lean right, Fox News leans right, Newsmax has a right-leaning bent, OAN does as well. So we all know who we are. Jake Tapper and Chris Cuomo and Brian Stelter at CNN aren't fooling anybody by purporting to be objective news. We all know they have a left-wing bent. What I like about what I do and others do is we say, hey, look, we're right-wing. Listen to us understanding that angle. But we're going to give you the truth. But I'm certainly going to give you the truth and say, I think this is the best way to go. I'm not going to present it to you totally objectively. It's important for us to get that out there. We have to balance a little bit because it's been tilted to the left for so long.